What if I told you there's a hidden formula, buried in plain sight, that the wealthy use every single day to escape debt, multiply their money, and build freedom, while the rest of the world drowns in bills, inflation, and regret? This isn't some get-rich-quick scheme. It's a law of wealth so powerful, it punishes those who ignore it, and rewards those who understand it with exponential growth. If you're a parent suffocating in debt, a young adult trying to figure out where to even start, or someone staring at retirement with fear instead of excitement, this message is for you. Because today, I'm going to reveal the compounding matrix, the exact framework that separates those who stay stuck from those who build unstoppable wealth, no matter how late they start. And once you see it, you'll never look at money the same way again. Most people aren't broke because they're lazy. They're broke because they were never taught how money actually grows. Think about it. We spend years in school memorizing equations we never use and facts we quickly forget. But no one teaches us how to build wealth. No one shows us how money multiplies quietly in the background, not by working harder, but by thinking differently. You were raised to believe that working more hours is the answer, that trading your time for a paycheck is the only way forward. But that system is broken. The rich play a completely different game. They plug into a system where their money works for them, not the other way around. And the fuel behind that system? Compound growth. It's a hidden engine, invisible at first. But once it's moving, it's almost impossible to stop. Now let me show you what the compounding matrix really is. Picture a machine with 3 spinning gears: time, consistency, and rate of return. Each one multiplies the others. Miss just one, and the whole system slows down. But when they click together, it's like financial rocket fuel. For example, imagine you start investing just $200 a month at age 20. Nothing crazy, just consistent, simple contributions. If that grows at 10% annually, a typical return in long-term stock market investing, by age 60 you'll have over $1.2 million. And yet, compounding doesn't look impressive at first. That's what fools people. The early stages feel like watching paint dry. You're putting money in, but nothing magical is happening. It's slow, unrewarding. You start thinking, what's the point? That's because you're still in the flat zone, the stage where growth is real, but hidden, like a bamboo tree. Did you know it takes years of watering a bamboo seed before it ever breaks the ground? And then, in just a few short weeks, it explodes upward, growing 90 feet. What happened during all those silent years? Root systems were forming underground, preparing for that explosion. Your money works the same way. In the first few years, growth is happening beneath the surface, quietly, invisibly. But if you stay consistent, the explosion comes. That S when you look at your account and realize you're making more in a year than you used to make in a decade. But only if you didn't quit. That's why patience isn't just a virtue. It's a wealth strategy. Now maybe you're thinking, this all sounds great, but I'm drowning in debt. How can I even begin to think about investing when I can barely breathe? First, breathe, because you're not alone. Millions of families, especially parents, are caught in this same storm. Rising costs, stagnant wages, and a system that never taught you the rules. But here is what most financial gurus want to tell you. You don't have to wait until you're debt-free to start building wealth. In fact, if you wait, you might never start. Because life keeps happening. Emergencies pop up, things break, and time doesn't wait for you. What you need is a dual strategy. Begin paying off high-interest debt, yes, but also begin investing. Even if it's $50 a month into a low-cost index fund. Because what you're really building isn't just a portfolio. You're building identity. You're telling yourself, I'm not just surviving, I'm building, I'm investing in my freedom. Let me put it another way. Think of every dollar you invest as a seed. You plant it today, and in the beginning, it's just dirt and water. But over time, with care and consistency, it becomes a tree. And that tree produces more seeds. And those seeds grow into a forest. That's compounding. And the earlier you start, the denser and stronger your forest becomes. Most people live their whole lives chopping wood, never realizing they could have been planting trees. Don't let that be your story. You don't need thousands to start. You just need to start. But let's take it even deeper. Why should this matter to you? Beyond numbers and charts. Because this is about more than money. It's about freedom. It's about legacy. It's about breaking generational cycles of poverty and stress. It is about never again having to choose between your child's needs and your next paycheck. Compounding is a financial tool, but the outcome is emotional. You get your time back, your energy, your choices. You get to retire on your terms, or help your kids go to college without debt, or travel, or simply breathe without the constant pressure of bills. And that future is worth fighting for, because no one is coming to rescue you. No government, no employer, no lottery ticket. But the compounding matrix? That's your escape plan. It's quiet, it's boring, and it works. And here is a mindset shift most people never make. Wealth is not built in leaps. It is built in layers. Layers of small, consistent decisions stacked over time. Every dollar saved is a brick. Every investment made is mortar. And every month you stay disciplined is another row added to the foundation. Eventually, those layers become a fortress. One that protects you from emergencies, job loss, and fear. But here's the key. You must respect the small beginnings. Too many people wait for the right time, the big promotion, the perfect moment. But wealth doesn't wait for perfection. It rewards progress. You don't build wealth with what you wish you had. You build it with what's already in your hands. Let's talk about automation, because willpower is overrated. You're busy, life is messy, and motivation fades. But automation? That's how you win consistently. Set up automatic transfers into your investment accounts. Schedule it the day after payday. That way, you never see the money, and you never miss it. You're not just building a habit, you're building a system that runs whether you're motivated or not, whether you remember or forget. Wealthy people don't rely on discipline, they rely on design. They build financial routines that make success inevitable. This isn't about being perfect, it's about removing friction. So the question isn't, can you stay disciplined? The real question is, can you make it impossible to fail? Now let's address something deeper: fear. Most people don't invest because they're afraid. Afraid of losing money, afraid of making the wrong move, afraid of looking foolish. But here's the hard truth. Not investing is far more dangerous, because inflation is a thief. It quietly erodes your savings. While your money sits still, the cost of everything rises. Over 30 years, inflation can cut your purchasing power in half. That means a dollar saved is losing value every single year. Investing isn't a risk, it's a shield against risk. It's how you stay ahead. It's how you protect your family. The stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient. That's not just a quote from Warren Buffett. That's a warning. The question isn't whether the market will go up. It's whether you'll stay in long enough to see the rewards. And finally, understand that your identity shapes your destiny. Stop calling yourself bad with money. Stop saying I'm too late. That's not the voice of truth. That's the voice of fear, shame, and generational programming. You were born into a system that profits from your confusion, that wants you tired, distracted, and broke. But once you see the matrix, once you realize the rules of the game, you can rewrite the script. You can become someone who builds, not just survives. Someone who multiplies, not just earns. Someone who creates wealth, not waits for permission to have it. That shift doesn't happen overnight, but it begins with a decision. I am no longer the victim of my financial story. I'm the author. So here's the moment of truth. You can ignore this message, scroll away, and tell yourself, I'll start later. Or you can make a decision, a small one today, that your future self will thank you for. Whether you're 18 or 58, it's never too early and never too late to build something powerful. Your past does not define your future. Your paycheck does not limit your potential. What defines you is your choice, right now, to start small, to stay consistent, and to believe that your money can work just as hard as you do. If this message woke something up in you, don't let it fade. Subscribe. Stay close. Because this channel isn't just about tips. It's about transformation. It's about taking people who feel stuck and helping them break free. One step at a time, one seed at a time, one investment at a time. Compounding is either working for you or against you. Make sure, from this day forward, it's working in your favor. You deserve that future. Now go claim it.